Good morning and welcome to Be My Guest Plus, brought to you by the YMCA. And my guest today is Brian Boomgarden, who's the manager of Holy Family Memorial's Behavioral Health Clinic. And Brian, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. So what we talked about during a lot of the show was how COVID-19 affected mental health in the last year for people here in Manitowoc County. Can you tell us a little bit about your experiences with that?
Sure. I think a lot of people have had difficulty in coping with COVID, and the mental health aspect is that they've had difficulty in doing the things that they've always done all of their life, for instance, and it's been affecting their life in many ways. For instance, kids not being able to go to school and being able to engage in activities with their friends, for instance, for children and adolescents. And then for adults, it's changing up the way that work is, and some people, weren't able to go into the office. Some people had to stay home. Some people lost their job. And so it was difficult in many respects. And one of the things that happens with that is depression, anxiety sets in. What's going to happen next? How long will this last? Is this safe to do? And just thinking about some of those questions to yourself, that self-talk that we were talking about, is that, how will this work out? And one of the things that we know about, for instance, with anxiety is the what ifs. What if this were to happen? What if I lose my job? What if this goes on for much longer? Will I lose my job? Will I be able to handle it if my kids aren't able to go to school? How will I handle that? What if that happens? So I think there's it affects people in a lot of different ways for depression and anxiety, and there are other coping mechanisms that might not be healthy.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Brian. It was such an interesting program, and if you'd like to hear the whole program, go to WOMTradio.com/podcasts. For Be My Guest Plus and the YMCA, I'm Lee Douglas.